Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. What if you could normal Spyral master plan? We're playing Spyral. Why? Because it is a hilarious combo deck that my Twitch chat, not Twitch chat, I don't stream on Twitch, I stream on YouTube. My chat decided to make me play. For reasons. I don't know why, but alas, here we are. Spyral is a very, very fun archetype that allows you to basically just combo infinitely with a whole lot of material by being able to consistently utilize their non-once per turn searches as well as their non-once per turn reborns. Very silly deck that just happens to work very well as a link spam strategy. So overall, what is the goal? The goal is make Trigate Wizard linked with things like Cerberus, Nightmare Phoenix, and Apollosa to have a whole bunch of negates that also can't be destroyed, nor destroyed. They can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. On top of that, being able to just OTK with access code very efficiently is very nice. And ending on Sleeper is a powerhouse. Sleeper with the Last Resort is so incredibly strong, and not a lot of decks can beat that. So let's quickly do the card by card and the explanation, because I'm sure not a lot of you understand how current Spyral works. Starting off with the triple quick fix. Quick fix on normal or special adds a Spyral gear from your deck to your hand. Also, you can special summon it from your grave if you control a Spyral super agent by discarding a card. That comes up a lot. Next up, we have ourselves the one drone, which is a gear, which happens to be able to, on normal or special, look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, place them in any order, then you can also quick effect tribute it to give a Spyral some attack, but more importantly, you can banish it and a Spyral card to add back a super agent from your grave to your hand. Next up, we have ourselves the one super agent. Yes, we're only playing one of this, because honestly, you don't need more. Oftentimes, you just need the one. In fact, no, you still need the one. I was going to say, maybe you don't even need it. But no, you still do. If this card is in your hand, you can declare one card type, a monster, spell, or trap, and reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. If it is the monster, or if it is the declared type, you special summon this card. Then, if this card is special summoned by the effect of a Spyral card, including its own effect, you can target a spell, trap your opponent controls, and destroy it. Now, notably, the effect to special summon itself is pretty nice, but more importantly, it's the name that is important. As I mentioned previously, both of these kind of require you to have, at least in some regard, a super agent to utilize their secondary effects. So that's nice. Also, like, none of these are once per turns, except for super agent. Just, for some reason, that one's a once per turn. Don't know why. Next up, we have the Last Resort, which is a gear, which allows you to search it off of the quick fix, similar to Drone. And you equip it to a monster and it protects it from destruction. That's basically it. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. So, there you go. It's nice, but it's not that big of a deal. Mostly, this is searched to equip it to Sleeper for your end board. Next up, we have our Master Plan. Master Plan allows you, once per turn, add a Spyral mission card from your deck to your hand, which happens to be Rescue or the Assault. Also, if it's sent from field to grave, you can add a Spyral Resort and a Spyral Monster from your deck to your hand. Now, Spyral Resort, let's talk about this one next. It allows you to protect your Spyral monsters. Other Spyral cards cannot be targeted by card effect except for this one. Also, once per turn, you can add a Spyral monster from your deck to your hand. Then, during the end phase, you shuffle a monster from your grave into the deck. So this basically means that non-once per turns, you get searches of Master Plan, as well as the Resort, which also searches a monster. Or I should say, searches of missions, as well as searches of monsters. Pretty good. However, notably, the second effect of Master Plan, where it's sent to the graveyard, is a hard once per. The first effect, not a hard once per turn. The second effect is a hard once per turn. Don't know why they decided to do that, but alas, you can only search the one Resort per turn. Next up, we have Sleeper. Sleeper banishes 3 Spyrals to special summon itself, and pops at quick effect speed a Spyral card, as well as 2 cards your opponent controls. This, equipped with Last Resort, allows you to pop itself, not actually destroying itself, and then just pop 2 cards for free. It's great. So that's overall the plan there. We're also playing 2 Big Red. Big Red allows you to target a monster in the graveyard and special summon it and equip it with this card. And then it can't be destroyed by battle. That's it. It is a hard once per turn, but notice there's no effect where it also sends it to the graveyard if this card leaves the field or anything like that. So, yeah, you can send it with Magician Souls. It's fantastic. Next up, we have 2 Spyral Assault. The only effect you need is the Graveyard effect. You banish it from the graveyard in order to special summon a Spyral from hand. On top of that, we have triple Rescue. Rescue, you banish from the grave as a monster reborn at quick effect speed. That's it. That's the only thing that you need to know about those cards. Let's move on. As for the rest of the deck, we are playing lots of ways to get to Magician Souls, because it turns out being able to send Master Plan to the graveyard, and special summon this, which then also sends things like Rescue or Assault to the graveyard, is very, very nice. Also, it sends Big Red for free, and it draws cards. This card is fantastic in every capacity. It's just everything that you need in a card. It's great. So, of course, we're playing double Illusion of Chaos, and triple Preparation of Rites to see this card even more. Fantastic. Next up, Cashier. Cashier Unicorn is in here because it is a free special summon, on top of the fact that it also allows you to grab up Birth. Birth happens to allow you to normal summon Master Plan, because it's a 7 for some reason. I don't know why they've done this, but alas, here we are. Why does Birth allow you to normal summon any level 7 monster? Because Konami. Moving on. We have ourselves the rest of the cards, which is triple Ash Blossom. The one for one, because it turns out Quick Fix is pretty good. We also have ourselves the double Called By, as well as one Appointer. And that's it for the deck. It's pretty clean in terms of mostly just being engine. The only reason we're playing Ash Blossom as non-engine is because Maxi. That's it. We wouldn't even play Called By if we didn't have to. But, yeah, there you go. Obviously, something like Droplet would be much better. Something like Droplet would be much better as non-engine because being able to discard cards is very nice in this deck. That's basically it. Moving on to the extra deck, we are playing one Embodiment of Crime. This could also be Embodiment of Punishment because it requires 2 level 1 monsters and it's a dark. That's it. That's all that it is. It allows you to basically make 2 Spyral Quick Fixes or a Drone or something along those lines to go for Embodiment, for a dark, for a Curious line. We're playing one Link Karibo, we're playing double Spyral, double Helix, which happens to allow you to reveal the top card of your opponent's deck, similar to Super Agent. If you declare the card right, you then special summon a monster to a zone this card points to, or at least a Spyral monster. Very, very strong. It does require 2 Spyral monsters, but that's not that big of a deal. Very good. Next up, we have the one Cerberus, the one Phoenix, which is actually part of our end board with the Trigate Wizard. You use Trigate Wizard, Apollosa, and these two co-linked, all pointing to each other, to basically allow you to not be interacted with. Trigate Wizard is an Omni Negate, as well as we have the Apollosa, which is also a few monster negates, while also being able to protect from both card destruction and battle destruction, which is very, very strong. And then on top of that, you could just go Access Code on the following turn. And you can also banish a card with this guy's secondary effect. Next up, we have Barricade Board Blocker, just to discard a card. And it's a dark and a machine, which is pretty nice. We next have Curious, which allows us to send the Appointer, which then we can link off into the Nightmare Griffin to then set a pointer. That's basically it. We have the one Nightmare Unicorn, the one Selene, the one Apollosa, the one Access Code Daughter, and the one Underworld Goddess. Selene happens to be usable because this is a spellcaster. Because reasons. Anyway, that's it for the deck. Let's hop into the replays and show you how this deck performs. Alright, one thing to note about this deck is that it's not very good at going second, and the main reason for that is because there isn't a whole lot that it can do for going second. You just kind of hope that your opponent doesn't have enough interactions. That's basically it. Anyway, we're going to start off with the Unicorn and then go for the Souls here. My opponent's going to go for the Maxi. Luckily, I have the Called By. Fantastic. We're going to activate the Called By and Called By that Maxi. Delicious. We're going to go and then activate the Unicorn, and I revealed, I believe it was oh, yeah, Underworld Goddess. I believe there was like a whole bunch of I don't know, just jank in there. So I was like, Underworld Goddess. I don't want you linking away my board. Anyway, we're gonna normal summon the Quick Fix and grab up the Big Red. Big Red effect is going to special summon out the Master Plan. Master Plan effect is going to grab up their first Rescue. That's right. We're then going to send both the Big Red and the Rescue to the graveyard to draw 2 cards, and we happen to see Resort. Fantastic. We're gonna activate the Resort here and grab up the Super Agent. And then go for the 1-for-1. 1-for-1 is then going to allow us to go for Drone. Drone will then reveal a whole bunch of cards. Oh, sorry. First I get Nibiru. Now you might think, oh no, what do we do? It's fine, it really doesn't matter. We still have Birth to special summon back the Unicorn, and Master Plan is going to activate its effect here. As well as we have the Rescue in the graveyard, so I really do not care. Master Plan effect is going to grab up Sleeper here, and then we are going to grab up the Resort on top of that. We also then revealed the top cards of the opponent's deck, which happened to be... I don't remember. It showed me, but I do not remember. Oh, it was 3 traps. I forget what traps they were. I know Lost Wind was in there, and I think it was Big Welcome. It was Lost Wind, IDP, Ice Dragon's Prison, and the Big Welcome. There you go. Anyway, we're going to go bring back the unicorn. We're then going to go for the rescue in order to bring back another master plan. Master plan will then activate its effect in order to grab up another rescue. Hooray. We're then going to activate the super agent called Trap, and it was the Lost Wind. Hooray. We're going to go for the Double Helix. Double Helix effect is going to call another Trap to special summon out another Quick Fix. Quick Fix will grab the Last Resort, and then we will pitch it with Quick Fix the rescue in order to special summon itself, since we have a super agent on the field. Oh, I didn't mention this card's name is super agent on the field. Very important. We're going to grab up a second big red as follow-up, and then we're going to go for the drone to special summon it, or to grab up the super agent again. We're going to activate the resort, which is not a hard once per turn, to grab up another quick fix, just because we can. We're then going to special summon it back at the master plan. Master plan will grab another rescue. Then we're going to link off it here into Cerberus, which seems a bit weird, but here's the thing. I'm going for the Curious line, so I'm actually going for the Cerberus here to have 1, 2, 3 Earths that are different types. So we're going to pitch as well the rescue, and we happen to draw into Preparation of Rites, which is very funny, so I just activate it and grab up the Illusion of Chaos, because we technically haven't used this card's effect yet. We're going to go for the Curious here to dump the Appointer, and then we're going to activate it and mill a bit more, and then we're going to special summon it back the Double Helix. At this point, I'm actually very, very low on time, which is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I special summon back the Double Helix in order for me to go for the Nightmare Griffin. Then we're going to activate the Nightmare Griffin and pitch a card in order to go for the Appointer of Red Lotus. We're then going to special summon the Sleeper, equip it with the Last Resort, and pass the turn. That's basically it. I was so low on time, I even shuffled back an Ash. That's not great, but it's something. This is the biggest problem that I've found with this deck, is just time. It has consistently been time. Yes, if you just know the combo, it's not exactly linear. It's not something that you can just like, here is the combo that I do every time. It's not mathematic. You do actually have to figure out, okay, what have I gone through? What can I special summon? Here's the hard ones per turns. Here's not the hard ones per turns. What do I need to go for? How many materials am I going to be able to set up so that I know what line I can go for? Should I go for the Curious line? Should I go for the Trigate Wizard line? You know, should I make Apollosa, etc., etc.? So I end up on this Griffin line, and it's just not great, but it's something. At the very least, like, Curious there, but they still have, like, a thing that they can do. You know, there's one spot that they can link to, but I do still have the Sleeper. I still have the Appointer, so I can look at their hand. So they draw for turn, and I know what it is. It's the Lost Wind, and then I go activate the Appointer, and they just concede. That's mostly what this deck does. Alright, here we are once again going first with a pretty decent hand. So we're going to start off here with the Unicorn. We're going to special summon it, and we're going to activate the effect in order to grab up Birth. Birth is then going to be activated for us to normal summon out the Master Plan. We're going to activate the Master Plan, they're going to Ash Blossom this, and I'm going to Called by it. Wrong. I'm stupid. Why? Because I don't Called by this. Why? Because I have my own Ash Blossom. I'm like, I don't want to Called by this. It's fine. I don't need the Master Plan to resolve here. It's not that big of a deal. So I allow it to be negated, and I reveal that my opponent is on Pearly. Okay? I banish Happiness here because it's obviously the best target, just getting rid of that, and then if they activate any other effect, I just go, no more Happiness for you. I'm gonna go for the Super Agent, and I call Spell, and it's Maxi. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go Barricade Board Blocker. I'm gonna activate the effect. We're gonna activate the effect. I'm gonna pitch the Super Agent from my hand, and I'm gonna grab it Sleeper as well as Resort. I'm gonna activate the Birth to special summon back the Unicorn. We're gonna go for the Resort, grab up Spyral Quick Fix, set card, and pass. Now here's what I'm gonna say. I'm almost certain I could have done a lot better with this. All I needed to do was Called by that Ash, and I am off to the races, and I have full board, and I don't. Because I misplayed. So I'm going to show you what you can do after this. Now, I also am still running low on time, and I decide I'm actually going to let the Spyral Resort die so that I have 3 names in grave for this Sleeper, just in case. My opponent draws for turn. I know it's the Ash Blossom, or the Maxi. My opponent goes and reveals it's Pearly, and they, of course, get a Stray Street. Sure, I'm going to banish the last Happiness here, so that they cannot go for that. Then they're going to go for the Stray Street. They're going to go for the Delicious as well as they get to discard the Brow. So Pearly effect is going to activate, and they're going to grab up the My Friend. But first and foremost, Birth also gets to activate, because for reasons unknown. So we're going to banish everything from the grave, mostly to get rid of that spell, which is Delicious Memory. They're going to go for the My Friend. They're going to go for the Sleepy Memory. Sleepy Memory, which summons out another Pearly. They're going to go and activate the Pearly, which happens to reveal another Delicious Memory, because of course it does. And then, of course, I'm going to ask the My Friend Pearly. They're going to activate the Delicious Memory, targeting again, to go for another Pearly, and of course, they reveal a pretty. Hooray. Okay, not great. But at this point, I'm realizing two things. One, there's no way in the world that they are going to be able to attach enough material to their monster to basically do anything, right? That's the whole thing. They don't have enough because they decided to activate the beauty in this way. They can't actually go for like a plump, even though they have this in the grave, to go for a noir. So basically it's just a big Zeus or a plump and a beauty and some other cards. Honestly, yeah, big Zeus is nice, but honestly I think that it would be better if they didn't do that. But really not that big of a deal. Anyway, they go for the beauty to attach the called by, which is kind of odd. Why would we not attach like a unicorn or the birth? Okay, not really that big of a deal. I called by the Pearly. Cool. And now they go for the Pearl Lily and go for Plum. Out comes the Plump. They're going to go Plump effect, and they are going to attach 2 additional materials, which happens to be my what is this? Resort, which is a little annoying, but it's not really that big of a deal because, well, it's going to go, you know, this whole board's going to go away anyway. They don't actually detach the Resort, which is a little frustrating, but not really that big of a deal. Anyway. Away goes my board. Yes, they did make it the Zeus. I don't know why, but alas, it's fine. I'm going to go normal summon quick fix, grab up Big Red, into Link Karibo, and pass. That's it. That's it. Why did I not activate the Big Red? I don't know. I'm just stupid. Anyway, I'm going to go for the Link Karibo, just... Yep, no damage. I realize that there's not really anything that they can do because they've already gone through literally all of their Pearlies. The only thing that they could potentially grab is like a Pearlily here, which then grabs a My Friend, which then grabs maybe a Quick Play. So there's not really a whole lot that they could draw into. But yeah, anyway, I draw Rescue, which is arguably the best card that it could be because it allows me to, if they Zeus, I still have full combo. So yeah, that's insane. So we're going to grab the drone. I'm going to normal summon the drone. We're going to activate the effect in order to go, or sorry, we're going to stack the deck, and then we're also going to go into Cerberus. Cerberus is going to pop. They're going to Zeus the field, and at this point, the game is over. We're going to go for the rescue here. We finally get to bring out the master plan, activate the effect of the master plan, go for the rescue, activate the drone, which then gets to bring back the super agent. We've already stacked their deck, so we know it's a monster. We reveal it. They concede, knowing that the game is over. Good game. Alright, here we are, once again, going first, once again, Unicorn and Master Plan, let's go! That's why we play 3 of them. So we're going to start off here with the Unicorn, we're going to grab up the Birth, we're going to activate the effect of the Birth in order to normal summon the Master Plan. Here we actually don't have an out to the Ash, but that's fine. I reveal that they had a Zeus, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to deal with that. We're going to activate the Illusion of Chaos, and then put it back, grabbing up the Magician Souls. Magician Souls, dumping Master Plan in order to grab up that, in order to special summon it. We then draw 2 cards by sending to the Graveyard Assault, as well as Preparation of Rites, and then we go for Celine, because we have exactly 3 spells. We're also going to grab up the Super Agent, as well as a Resort here. We're then going to go and special summon it back the Unicorn, and then use the Celine in order to go for Master Plan. Master Plan will grab up another Rescue, then we're going to special summon once again the Master Plan. Master Plan will grab an Assault here, and we'll go for Resort. Resort will grab Drone, and then we're going to go for Barricade Board Blocker, and we're going to pitch to the Graveyard in Assault. Because I'm stupid and just don't pitch Rescue, which you'll see in a second. We're going to go for the special summon of the Drone, we're going to reveal the top cards, and hey, it's a Rise Heart, so we know that we're playing against Kashira. I already knew that, but there's that. They're gonna go. We're gonna go for the special summon here. We're going to then link off into the Apollosa, utilizing the 3 and the Master Plan, as well as going for the Super Agent here. We're gonna reveal another monster and go for Quick Fix. Quick Fix will grab the Big Red. Then we're gonna activate the Big Red in order to special summon back the Master Plan. We're going to go and grab the 3rd Rescue. That's right, we have 3. We're going to go for the Tri-Gate Wizard, and then we're going to go for the Drone to grab up the Super Agent. And here we're going to link off into Unicorn. And I know what you're saying, why are we doing this? What are we doing? What are we doing? What's the plan? I'm going to shuffle away my own Resort to pitch Rescue from the hand. That's it. That's the whole reason that I'm doing this. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go for the Master Plan, or sorry, the Double Helix. We're going to then pitch another card to get the Quick Fix, because we needed to activate this earlier. This was a big mistake for me. I didn't special summon the Quick Fix early, so now I have to do this whole shenanigans. Big misplay from my part. It's all good. We go for the last resort here, because it's the only gear that we can grab, and then I go for Cerberus. Now I know what you're saying. what are we doing? What is this? Now, first of all, I could have actually gone, activate rescue again, special summon out another monster. It doesn't really matter what monster we go for. Summon out another monster, link those two away for the Phoenix, and then I would have had battle protection. I would have had card effect protection. I would have had Tri-Gate Wizard to Omni and all of that stuff. But I don't, because I was on like literally 5 seconds when this ended. I think I was on 6 seconds. But anyway, Barricade, Borg Blocker, Offend, etc., etc. So we know that they have the Rise Heart, and out comes Unicorn. I'm like, no, that's just not happening. And the reason I don't negate with Apo here is because then they would just activate the other effect, and I'd still have to deal with it. So I actually negate with the Tri-Gate, which does negate and banish. So there you go. Away goes that guy. They're going to go for the Rise Heart. They're going to banish the Fenris. And I'm like, no, not happening. They go to the battle phase, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm going to add back this Master Plan because we still have the burn. They're going to walk over my Apollosa. I'm like, okay, am I dead? No, they said I'm not. Fantastic. Okay, I'm not dead. Fantastic. We're going to draw 2 off of the Unicorn. Did you know that this has a secret effect? It allows you to draw 2 for your normal draw if it's co-linked. I love it. Anyway, out comes Fenris, and I'm like, no, just banish it. Just get it out of here. We're going to go for the birth here. We're going to activate the Unicorn. We're going to then normal summon out another of the Master Plan. So we're going to go for the Chainlink 1 Phoenix. We're going to go Chainlink 2 Master Plan. This should be the other way. I don't know why I do it this way. This is just dumb. Because, guess what? It plays into Ash. And guess what the last card in their hand is? Ash. Now, I'm pretty lucky because it's called by. So, at the very least, I have that. They concede on that, which is fair. But, yeah. I definitely misplayed that. But, that's Spyral. Alright, we're back with the deck, and in all honesty, this deck is difficult. It takes a lot to actually figure out, and oftentimes I was very, very low on time, just because of, like, how many different things you have to do. It took a lot just to figure out different lines that I had to go through to get to what I wanted, and at least just end on something. Right. So, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say other than it's difficult. I wish that I could play it better, but I never really ended up doing that very often. I wish I could have ended on, like, the optimal board with, like, the Tri-Gate Wizard or the linked off Curious into the Griffin, but I never really was able to accomplish that effectively. I think normally what you're supposed to do is like have a Cerberus or a Phoenix or something along those lines in order to go into the Griffin without allowing your opponent to have a monster that's linked. So that's kind of the idea. But alas, I never did that because I'm bad. All things considered, though, this deck is fine. I don't think it's all that great. It's mostly just another one of those big combo decks, but it's more inconsistent because it just can't go second very efficiently, as opposed to, like, the Kashtira Punk or the, like, what Adamantspader could do in the past, or, you know, a bunch of those other decks that you've seen that just, like, combo into Oblivion. But, all things considered, it's still fine. I find it's okay. It's not my favorite deck. It's also very expensive, as you can probably see. A lot of the stuff is, like, not going to be used in many other decks, like, you know, Double Helix, and I don't know, Curious can kind of be used. It used to be a lot more expensive, but now that you can just buy triple Magician Soul, triple Soul, or Illusion of Chaos, it's not that big of a deal. But, all things considered, it's a fine deck. It's not my favorite, but it's fun. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy. If you did, I like us very much, so appreciate it. And if you want to check out more content like this, as well as more Yu-Gi-Oh!, then just be sure to subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Shout out to the Frost Guard, my members. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you enjoy the content.